Hello and welcome. Today, we will explore a major historical event, the fall of the Western Roman Empire in the year 476. This event is often seen as the end of Antiquity and the beginning of the Middle Ages. But was this fall as sudden as we imagine? How did it happen? Let's go back in time and look at the final days of a once mighty empire. Since the 3rd century after Jesus Christ, the Roman Empire had been experiencing deep crises. For centuries, Rome had dominated the Mediterranean world, but several factors gradually undermined its power. First, economic and social crises weakened the empire. Maintaining large armies was expensive, and the empire struggled to collect enough taxes. The currency lost value, trade declined, and social inequalities increased. Then, military pressure kept growing. The empire had to face continuous invasions from peoples coming from Central and Eastern Europe, such as the Goths and the Huns, but also from the Vandals, originally from present-day Poland, who eventually settled in North Africa. The once mighty Roman army now relied heavily on mercenaries of barbarian origin, who sometimes turned against Rome. Faced with these difficulties, Emperor Theodosius made a drastic decision in the year 395 after Jesus Christ. He divided the empire into 2 parts, hoping to manage the crises more effectively. The Eastern Roman Empire, ruled from Constantinople, managed to survive. However, the Western Roman Empire, governed from Ravenna, quickly found itself overwhelmed by events. The sack of Rome by the Visigoths, led by Alaric in the year 410, was a major shock. Rome, the symbol of the empire, was plundered for the first time in centuries. This event shattered the illusion of Rome's invincibility. In the year 455, the Vandals, who had settled in North Africa after traveling across Europe, invaded the city and looted it as well. Unlike the Visigoths, who had negotiated with the Romans, the Vandals were ruthless and destroyed many buildings. By this time, the Western Empire was collapsing. Emperors rose and fell quickly, often manipulated by powerful generals or barbarian leaders. One such general, Orestes, seized power in the year 475 and placed his own son, Romulus Augustulus, on the throne. However, the young emperor, still a teenager, had no real authority. His reign would be the last of the Western Roman Empire. In the year 476, a barbarian leader named Odoacer rebelled against Orestes and marched on Ravenna. He quickly captured Romulus Augustulus and forced him to abdicate. Unlike his predecessors, Odoacer did not appoint a new emperor. Instead, he sent the imperial insignia to Constantinople and recognized the symbolic authority of the Eastern Emperor, Zeno. This was a major turning point. There was no longer a Roman emperor in the West. Odoacer became the king of Italy, and Rome officially ceased to be the center of an empire. Although the year 476 is often presented as a clear break, the reality is more complex. The Roman administration did not disappear overnight. Many aspects of Roman culture and institutions continued to exist under the new Germanic kingdoms. Furthermore, the Eastern Roman Empire, later known as the Byzantine Empire, would continue for nearly 1,000 years until the fall of Constantinople in the year 1453. In the West, former Roman territories were gradually absorbed into emerging barbarian kingdoms, such as those of the Franks, the Ostrogoths, and the Visigoths. Roman influence remained, but in a different form. Thus ended the story of the Western Roman Empire in the year 476. This event marked the end of an era and the beginning of profound transformations in Europe. However, rather than a sudden collapse, it was a slow transition into a new world. Thank you for listening. If you would like to discover more fascinating moments in the history of ancient Rome, don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel. See you soon.